What's up, guys? It's Eric Jr. here, and welcome back to RPG, where I cope with reality by pretending it's a video game and I'm the main character. Today, we're doing another episode of Daily Quest, where I commentate over my day-to-day experience of becoming a successful artist, and these are my current stats, by the way. Cool, let's get into it. All right, so we woke up 7:30 a.m., started with some jumping jacks. I think I got about 5 to 5.5 hours of sleep, which is quite nice compared to what I've been getting usually. And you can see me making my bed right here, which at the moment is a couple of blankets on top of a yoga mat on top of my son's play mat. Basically, my room is very small, and once I had my son move in with his crib and everything, I didn't have enough space to also have my bed. But yeah, poor people problems. What can I say? It really doesn't bother me too much. So went for a walk first thing in the morning. Shout out Andrew Huberman. He's a super dope neuroscientist from Stanford, and he broke down the science behind getting direct sunlight in your eyes for the first 5 minutes every day. The idea is it basically sets your cortisol release and your melatonin release to give you energy early on, but then also help you wind down later and not fuck up your sleep schedule. If you want to learn more, go to the Andrew Huberman podcast. Super dope guy, a lot of good life hacks and just like overall holistic lifestyle optimizations. All right, cool. So then I took a shower and did a 5-minute meditation. Usually I like to get at least 10 minutes in, but I was running low on time, so 5 minutes is what I got in. It's better than nothing. The only bad sits are the ones that you don't do. That's a quote I got from a meditation book. Made breakfast, real easy, real simple, real quick. We got a little fit check. One thing I hope you guys notice very subtly is that I don't do my hair, and I really could care less about how I dress right now, because all I'm doing when I go out in the morning and I go to work is just acquiring money. I'm not making any, it doesn't matter how I look. So by taking extra time to worry about how I look and getting a haircut and, picking out my outfit, if y'all are wasting time doing that, you're probably not focused on becoming successful. And that's okay if you don't want what I want, which is to be super successful. But if you do want that, then you have to really start prioritizing what actually matters. And if you're fucking spending all this money on haircuts and new shoes and new clothes, you're fucking up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, we're going into work now. Shout out to Swoosh Factory. I hate working, but I'd say I have a pretty decent job. It could be a lot worse. I could be flipping burgers. No disrespect if you flip burgers. I really hate food service. I was a busboy for about 6 days and I couldn't stand it. So here's actually pretty cool. I had a little bit of downtime at work, and in between me having to run shoes or help consumers, what I do is sometimes I'll get a random word generator on my phone and I'll just practice rhymes and just try to keep myself sharp. What's the idea? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And I guess if we're doing more quotes on, what is it? Luck is preparation meets opportunity. And I feel like over time, especially with how much content I'm going to be putting out, the opportunities are going to come 100%. The question is just going to be, am I prepared? For example, I have a Russ remix freestyle, whatever, for one of his songs that, in my opinion, is one of the best verses I've ever done and easily bodied everybody who submitted it for the contest. But I submitted it mad weeks late, so I'm pretty sure he never saw it. And the idea is, if I was just in practice at the time and I was just on point, as soon as the contest started, I could have been one of the first people to upload it, and my whole trajectory would have been different. So, going through things like that is what helps me live the way I live now. I literally am a product of my failures. I want to make that so apparent, and I hope you guys understand that this doesn't come from me just being like, oh, this looks cool, I'm going to start doing it. It comes from, I know the pain of not doing this, therefore I do this. And that's a very important distinction. So now I'm on lunch, eating some dog food and reading my book, All Marketers Are Liars by Seth Godin. Super dope book. I've been taking a lot of notes on it, and I'm going to be applying it to the rollout for my upcoming single for the album. Something I did for the first time today was actually listen to white noise in the background as well to block out the noise from the break room and the TV and stuff, and it really helped. I'm gonna be using that moving forward, so a little mini gem. And then also I wasn't doing this on lunch. I was listening to this later on when I had some office work, but this podcast in particular, Modern Wisdom, with Alex Hormozy as the host, I cannot sing the praises of Alex Hormozy enough, because I learned so much from him. I genuinely think he's one of the most brilliant thinkers of the modern day. And this podcast episode in particular, hosted by Chris Williamson, is just pure gems. Every non-stop gems. I highly recommend it. Let me not even just listen to it. I promise you will not have your time wasted. I actually also ended up getting this message from a new fan today, which was really nice to read. Super heartwarming, because I was at work and work wasn't bad today. I was in a great mood, but still, it just reminds me so much that there's a whole second phase to my life that I'm gonna live, and I'm never gonna look back, or I will look back on good times, but like once the blow up happens, I'll never be able to get back the feeling of, oh man, someone just discovered my music. That's really nice. It's gonna be a whole set of new problems. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna wish I had my old problems, and I'm gonna just, the landscape is gonna be completely different. I'm basically trying to just appreciate what it's like to be a small artist, because once the blow up happens, there's no going back. And I know it's gonna happen because, I mean, the fact that people already resonate with the music, and the new music is even better. And now I actually have the ability to create content at scale and exposure and storytelling, and oh man, it's we're out of here, bro. We're out of here. So shout out to you, Reggie. Thank you for the little bit of encouragement. It was much appreciated. So immediately after work, I decided to go on a 5-mile run. I guess after 75 hard, I kind of just genuinely enjoy exercise now, which is really fucking insane to say out loud, but here we are. Such a beautiful fucking day, man. I mean, how do you look at this and not believe in God? God damn. Anyways, whoa, what a contradiction. Anyways, yeah, the first 2 miles were so blissful, and I had so much fun, but then we got to like mile 3 and I was like, oh, right. I forgot. Exercise is fun until it's not fun. And then it becomes exercise. But we made it though, kept pushing, got my second wind. Great run. And then on the way home, we had a little bit of trouble because the spot where I usually park was not available because of construction, I guess. And the thing is, you gotta understand, right? Living downtown, there's only 3 places I can park. One of which is close to my crib, but I get ticketed all the time. The second one is the spot that I was going to, but was not available today. And the third one is, I usually don't get ticketed, but it's 0.6 miles from my crib, which doesn't sound like a lot until you have to do that shit every day and you're late for work and you get threatened to get fired and you cannot afford to be fired. So I just risked it and decided to park at the closer spot, and we'll see tomorrow morning if I get a ticket or not. But before that, I had to go get some gas because your boy E was on knee slapper. And it was actually nice because I got to catch a glimpse of the Brickell Run Club. And I don't know, I just love my city, dude. Like, it looks fucking beautiful. You go on a walk or a run or you're driving and it literally looks like paradise sometimes. And then you have such a lively community of people who are just constantly doing things. It might not be things that I'm into. Like, I'm really not into the party scene and the clubbing scene and all the drugs and stuff like that. But, you got the big run clubs and there's just always something happening. And it's very alive. I like that feeling. And I like how small you feel in the city because it takes a lot of the weight and the pressure off knowing that there's so many other people who don't give a fuck about you. And I think growing up here definitely helped me develop confidence because I was not under a lot of scrutiny from other people. You think about people who grow up in a small town and no matter everything you do, someone's gonna comment on it. But in Miami, no one gives a fuck, bro. It's lit. So yeah, I got home, threw some rice in a rice cooker. Did not watch that shit. I don't have time for that. Don't at me, my nigga. I'm here to make music and make money, bro. Like, we ain't got time to be doing all this fancy shit. No seasoning, no salt, no nothing. Throw that rice in a rice cooker and let's have a night. So I took a shower and then just got straight to work on editing. And I actually got interrupted by a friend who called me because tonight's Tuesday and they have a cypher in Wynwood. And I fucking love going to the cypher. You can go to some of the old videos where I pull up a couple times. Super fun. But it was a great reminder from God that I'm on the right path because I'm not doing what everyone else is doing. A lot of these motherfuckers think that they're making progress, but the reality is they're just doing what's fun. And rapping with your friends in a circle on the street corner is super fun, but it's not going to get the bills paid. It's not going to create a fan base. It's not going to move you forward. It's just going to impress the same people that you've been rapping to for the past God knows how many months and years. So although, sitting in my room and recording these videos and, doing all this editing isn't the most flashy, fun stuff, that's what I know is going to get me to my goal. Therefore, that's what I'm doing. So in terms of optimization, what could I have done better today? Same as yesterday, honestly. I should have planned out today beforehand. The issue right now is I don't know how long it takes to make all these videos and to edit and to do certain things because I'm learning in real time. So like I might take 30 minutes to edit a video, or actually no, more accurately, I might take an hour to edit a video. But in 2 weeks, that same video would take me 20 minutes. So it's tough to kind of calculate exactly how much time I have to do things since I'm still learning, which is fine. So I'm not going to put too much hate on myself for that. I'm just going to keep working through the process. Also, ironically enough, even though going on the run felt super, super good and exercise is obviously a big part of my lifestyle, I probably shouldn't have actually gone for the run because it took a whole hour out of my day that I could have used to edit or like actually make like real progress. And the thing is, life right now for me is a very interesting balance of doing work and doing things that help me to do work. So whenever I exercise, it's really not because I want to get better at exercise. The only reason I started exercising, meditating, doing all these like habits and stuff like that was so that I could get better at making music, was so that I could get better at making content, was so that I could have energy throughout the day to do the work that needs to get done to get me to the goal that I want to reach. So I want to make sure that although it's important to do that stuff, I don't allow it to take too much time away from actually doing the things. And yeah, it's a very interesting kind of conversation I'm constantly having with myself. But yeah, once I'm done with this video, I'm going to just work on some music because I thought the album was done, but then I had some ideas and I really want this thing to be the best it could be. So I'm gonna go back in the lab and tinker around a little bit and then call it a night. Oh, that's right, I have to eat. Fuck. Okay, let me eat and then I'll work on some music and then we go to sleep. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep playing RPG, and remember, every Gyarados starts as a Magikarp. Peace.